I was crying because I was so young and I did not want to be taken away from my brothers and sisters, but then they said that they will be right back, but they weren't.
It's hard.
My mom's boyfriend tried to choke me. They took us in the cop car and took us away.
We haven't really been a family in a really long time.
Each year, thousands of children are removed from their homes because of abuse and neglect. For older kids, this is a day that they will remember for the rest of their lives.
The most serious time is removing a child because the threat to the child is high, the threat to the caseworker is high. It could disrupt real quickly. So I think that it's important to be quick when you remove a child. It might not be the best case scenario, but you don't want the child to see their mom or dad fall apart. We try to collect as much information as possible, but as far as the personal belongings, not much.
There's a lot of worry, a lot of confusion, just a huge amount of outflow of feelings. Feelings of loss, of sadness, of profound anxiety.
The cops came and they came in the house and grabbed me and my brother and my little youngest sister. I didn't really take anything.
How long have you been in foster care?
Almost 3 years.
My bio dad, which I don't know, his rights are terminated, but I got adopted by another dad who doesn't want nothing to do with me now, that shot himself in front of us kids. That's the reason why we got taken away.
I was really confused and I was crying a lot. My grandpa called the police because he knew it would have been my own good just to have him, like, go on and stop doing this.
It didn't feel as good because I wanted to have a family that that's nice to me, that will love me.
Shelter care is a temporary housing situation that provides a place for children to land after being removed from their homes. Children often arrive to these homes with the clothes on their backs and few, if any, personal belongings.
All the kids, when they come to our home, if they're old enough to be polite, they're polite. They're pretty reserved, they're pretty scared, they're in shock. I think they're in survival mode. They're not going to make any waves.
I was bawling my eyes out. You feel like, do they want me or do I belong here?
It's really hard to wake up and know that you're not in a real home forever in foster care.
In our experience, it's always the most difficult time for foster kids is at bedtime. Then it becomes extremely real for them that they are not at home. They're not in their bed. They're not in their known situation.
I pretended to be asleep because I was really scared.
Kids don't deserve to be there because they were probably hoping to live with their families forever like some kids are.
The only thing I really wanted to see was my mom. I missed her a lot. I was crying a lot.
The list would probably be endless of things that they have to adjust to. And one of the ones that just always comes to the top of my mind is smell. I always feel bad when kids come and I know that they're sleeping in someplace that doesn't smell like home. And the foods are not like home. And the rules are not like home. And even if an outside person might say, oh, this is better than what you had, I don't think any kid, if you gave them the choice, they'd go back home in a second. They'd go back to their parents. They'd go back to what it was.
For thousands of children each year, returning home is not a safe option. These children will likely move through multiple foster homes while the Department of Human Services searches for an adoptive family.
I've been in foster care for about 11 years, and I've been through maybe 13 homes. It makes me feel not wanted at all. Sometimes I wish I was dead because I was done shifting from home to home. It hurt. And not knowing where my mom was, and really caring about my brothers.
There's many reasons why they go from foster home to foster home, but that's the worst case. The more they move, the more traumatic it is for the child.
They never, ever settle in because they always know that there's someplace else they want to be.
People are wary to adopt foster children who are free for adoption because of the fear about the children being drug affected or they're damaged emotionally.
I did throw tantrums. I took it out a lot and started being really angry. Sometimes it got pretty bad where I ended up kicking one of the parents.
My first foster home, they yelled a lot. I have a jewelry box that my grandma gave me when I was 4 to 5 years old. It's really special because it's gone through all the trouble I've been through.
You know, when you have a child yourself, you and your husband, you don't get the paperwork on what they're going to do. And unfortunately, if you're a foster child, you come with a whole stack of papers about what your behaviors are. Everybody's done things in their life, and it doesn't mean that's who they're going to be when they grow up.
I want to go into being a foster care person, and I want to be an 8th grade block teacher. I think it'd be fun. I'm definitely going to college.
It's like you want to get adopted, you don't want to wait and wait and wait. But sometimes, like, I thought that I'm probably not going to get adopted because I was waiting a long time, and I went to another place as well.
Family for Every Child works in partnership with the Department of Human Services to find forever families for children in foster care. The statistics are not kind for children who are never adopted. These children face significantly higher rates of teen parenthood, dropping out of school, and incarceration.
Now it's all going to stop, the moving and everything, because this family's willing to adopt me. And this family will never give up on me. Like, they keep saying that, and they never did.
My caseworker said, "We have a forever family for you." I was really excited. Now I know that when I'm older and when I graduate, I'll have someone to congratulate me.
They need a chance too, and in return, when you take them and you love them for what they are, you might get more than what you ever expected in a good way.
I really want to stay in Cottage Grove, but as long as I can keep contact with my siblings, I'm fine. As long as they're nice.
Great family, you know, probably one of the best foster families I've ever had. I've never had anybody say to me, "I want to adopt you." Since I've stepped foot in that door, they've been wanting to adopt me. So it's very exciting, and it just makes me want to cry every day knowing that I'm going to be adopted finally.
We walked in and she was asking her foster mom for something to drink. And then she goes, "Well, look who's here." And she looked over and she goes, "Mom, Dad," and came running for us. It's hard not to cry whenever you think about that minute. We couldn't have done it without a family for every child. It's been invaluable to us.
It was exciting. I said, "Finally."
She seemed like she was just part of us.
Forever and ever and ever, you have a forever family.
She says that she just loves being loved.